BC loves this shit. I'm so out on it, I don't care. We've got some tweets about it. Let's see them here. Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz just going after each other on Twitter. BC, you were texting me, frothing at the mouth last night like a rabid dog.
I was
Walk
just
us
like,
through this.
hey.
What is so important about these two killing each other on Twitter?
Okay, I was just like, hey, wake up to this. It's not one or two tweets. It's like 38 of them, and this is heating up a bit. Maybe we should work it into the show, Luke, okay? Not have me have to design some Wheel of Death segment to get it in there. But, Luke, it got aggressive, and it started off with, I don't know what it started off with. I know ESPN MMA account put out a, hey, remember when Conor versus Nate, and Nate started talking trash back to it. Maybe we can blow up some of these tweets to get a feel for the take here, Gaff or Manich, great folks who work on this show. Yeah, Conor mentioning that he's adding 30 pounds of muscle to say ding ding. Nate saying, bro, you can't walk or fight right now. Why you talking shit? Well, it kept escalating. If we can keep advancing the slides here. Conor's like, who can't? Come through and see you, little skinny fool. You be smacked up and rolled up, you bum. Callie's mine? Callie's mine, like
California.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. Yeah, it's Social Justice Wednesday. This is where BC tries to decode hip talk on Twitter. Nah, bitch, says Nate, you should have learned how to not break your leg when I checked your shit and you crutched out of the fight with me. And how you going to fight me when you can't run for your life this time with your broken ass? You lost the last fight and ran for the hills just like Khabib. You're a pussy too. All right.
I love how Nate Diaz never calls Khabib. It's always Kebab every time.
Yes. And he brought an interesting point. Conor did use movement in boxing in that second fight to be able to survive, although he was obviously very good with his hands. But there were some down moments of stamina dumps for Conor where he really had to get on his horse. It continues. Is there any other juicy ones here, Manish, that we can roll to? Nate says, that means I'm the double, triple champ of this whole shit. Fuck all you pussies. Yeah. Into the belly, says Conor, when I get you. All right, this is getting lame now. But the whole point is this, Luke. Here's Nate. P.S. You jump ship on your country, bitch. Go home. You don't got any friends. All right. That's Nate saying, I still reside in the 209, right? Yeah.
Yeah, dude, okay. I don't give a fuck about anything.
All right, Luke, the point of this is this, okay? The point of me bringing this, and there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them, okay? Oh, wait, go back to that last one. Nate loves saying kebab,
dude, he only says kebab. It's so insulting.
He did slap Khabib in front of his team, right?
Dude, I like how he takes that as like a win. I'm not even sure he actually made contact with him for starters. And more to the point, it's like, dude, Khabib would do bad things to Nate Diaz, but okay,
he takes Poirier pulling out of that fight at MSG, even though, to Poirier's point, Nate and the UFC weren't making headway on the contract, so Dustin was just sort of like, I'm going to move on. He takes those as wins, Luke, so he is undefeated. All right, here's the point of me bringing you down this road, is to say this. I'm starting to feel like, because of everything Conor has been publicly since the second straight loss to Poirier, which is emotional, like bitter. I mean, he's been running the full gamut of emotions that probably come with a big name fighter coming off a loss and a serious injury. Just most people don't broadcast it 24/7 with Twitter videos and riding around on a bicycle and all that, Luke. But the full gamut, I think, has kind of softened us even more to like what Conor can actually be when he comes back, the intensity of this injury, all that shit. I think Poirier's going in the direction of the title, and I think he should. And yes, I know at any point Conor can get healthy enough to come back, and the UFC just goes, hey, Poirier's the champ. Let's milk what's left of Conor, and we'll run it back a fourth time. I know that can happen. But I'm starting to think, Luke, that maybe the UFC is starting to think here that cashing in that lottery ticket, which is Diaz-McGregor 3, which has been around now for 5 years, and we've always said they'll get to it eventually, right? When they're both older and coming off losses, and it's the only fight left. Tell me if I'm wrong here, Luke. This might actually be the UFC's smartest move here. Okay, yes, if Poirier's...
I think so. I think it is.
This might be the smartest move because this is a rivalry where the wins and losses don't really matter entering in. And this might be Conor's best chance, being that he's already proven he can beat Nate, to revive his brand in a way. Do you remember when Chuck Liddell's crazy losing streak ended his career, had that one stop in between when he beat Vanderlei in an absolute war, and we're sort of like, oh, Chuck's not done. This could give Conor that opportunity, Luke, to buy another giant payday. But I'm losing confidence every day that Conor can come back and still be Conor. So maybe if you're UFC, this is what we're doing when he gets back, when he's ready. I mean, I know Nate just put out a video of Luque calling him out with like a fist emoji. What the hell do you gain if you're Nate Diaz by fighting or beating Luque? I mean, unless they're saying
title
if
shot,
you beat him,
maybe?
You get Dustin. Unless that's what they're saying, right? If you beat him, you get the title shot against the Dustin Oliveira winner. But I don't think they're doing that shit, man.
No, they don't want to give him a belt at all, So, yeah, to me, this fight makes a lot of sense right now for both guys, and the public wants it. I think it's a well-matched fight. We know it's a well-matched fight. They're good rivals for one another. It's a great fight to make, and I just don't want to see Conor come back. If Dustin or Charles, like, it's not that those fights can't be good or exciting or worthwhile, but like, man, you should not be in a title fight, Conor McGregor. You just should not be. And maybe listen, you get a win over somebody big, hey, totally different story. But like right away into a title fight, I'm just not okay with it. So,
and look,
the
if
Nate
he
fight
beats
to me is much better.
And if he beat him, Luke, that would, given his celebrity status, that would kind of justify him getting back into another title fight, right? Like it wouldn't work for everyone.
Yeah,
but
probably. All right, let's go through some of these other hitters here.
Hold
real quick
on,
so we can move.
hold on, Luke, because I'm not in any rush here, and I know you don't want to talk about this, but who do you think has the advantage 5 years later entering into a third fight? Is it Nate? Is Nate the betting favorite here?
I would say Conor, actually. I think Conor should be. I think Nate has declined as well. Like, we put a huge magnifying glass up to Conor's mistakes and shortcomings, which we should. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that because, listen, he is the biggest name, and you're going to get the most amount of scrutiny as a consequence. Some of that unfair, but a lot of it not. Nate's a huge name, but I don't think he's not had the same outside the cage troubles, and he's well liked, and he's a bit of an iconoclast. But dude, Nate's long in the tooth, and he's had a lot of damage and a lot of time off. I don't think he's the same fighter he once was at his peak either. Which isn't to say that either is bad; both are still great, but they're not what they once were. And I think Conor, to me, despite all his troubles, I still think that if he can just manage his cardio, that's a fight, and that's a big if. But if he can do that, that's still a very winnable fight for him.